At the Glasgow summit, the Nepal Prime Minister announced that the country would increase the forest cover to 45% of its area, that too by the year 2030. As of now, only 37% of Nepal is covered in forests. So what does this new target mean for the Himalayan country? Our next report finds out.
The COP26 was a common stage for world leaders to shape humanity's future. As the Jamboree ended, many leaders decided to make vague and over-ambitious targets. The experts call it an excuse to get away with inaction. But under the same roof, 124 countries came together to sign the Leaders' Declaration on Forests and Land Use, pledging to halt and reverse forest loss. One voice among the vowers was Nepal's recently appointed Prime Minister. The 75-year-old veteran politician Sher Bahadur Deuba promised that by the year 2030, 45% of Nepal will be covered in forest area.
Our climate commitment to maintain 45% of forest cover can enhance the sink of emissions and with additional measures make Nepal a carbon neutral nation. Participation in this declaration reforms Nepal's commitment to the global cause for protecting and restoring our forests that are critical to tackling the climate crisis.
So, is this greenwashing? Well, as we speak, 37% of Nepal's land is already covered with lush trees, which means the country is only 8% away from its target. But this was not always the case. Unlike the rest of the world, Nepal realized the wrath of nature 3 decades ago. That is when the country underwent radical changes in its forest policy. Kathmandu adopted community forestry. User rights were granted for local communities to preserve swathes of forest. In over 30 years, Nepalis witnessed tiny saplings turn into lush forests across the country. Today, 34% of Nepal's forestry is managed by 22,000 community forest user groups. So, now as Kathmandu embarks on its COP26 target, the country can leverage its past experience to achieve it. But there are some obstacles on the way. The bureaucratic process of sanctioning a climate plan is bound to slow the progress. Previously, the projects were being monitored by Division Forest Office, but now it is in the hands of the top court, which brings in many actors and allows gaps for corruption. Experts fear that courts can even interpret the forest laws differently, and with forestry and criminal law both at disposal, the court can easily slip into a dilemma. This will open a major loophole for those who wish to exploit the natural resources unsustainably. So even though Nepal is on its way to achieving the forest target, domestic issues can destabilize the green future. So it is imminent to build a clear roadmap with all stakeholders on the same page. A path that is manageable, economical and reliable. Nepal is already working with World Bank on multiple fronts for collective engagements. One of them is a $24 million investment project, which will support the forest investment program from the Climate Fund. Environmentalists are optimistic that the country is well on track to achieve its COP26 goal. And for the world, take a seat and learn from Nepal. South Asia Bureau, WION, World is One.
WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.